Okay, hopefully this works. Hi everyone. I'm Aspen Dracaena, your friendly neighborhood Ice Dragon Bookwyrm VTuber, and I am streaming from the library cavern. I hope you can hear me okay, by the way. I think I should be okay though, because I don't have desktop audio, I have application audio going. So it's been a little while. I was sick for about a week and a half, which sucks horribly. I still have a bit of a drippy nose, so if you hear me sniffling, I'm not crying. I'm just dealing with a very drippy nose. And yeah, so as you can see, I don't have Panda on the screen with me today. Panda is resting. He's been kind of overwhelmed. So yeah, good. I know the flu and COVID have been really bad lately. Mom and I haven't really left the house. Yeah, probably a good idea. So just so you know, I got the flu shot and the COVID shot, and I still got pretty sick. It was weird. What I'll tell you about it is it was very weird because it was like I'd experience one symptom a whole bunch one day, and then it would kind of calm down. Then the next day a different one would come up, and then it would go away, and then I just kind of go back and forth. And I think every day, okay, well, I'm starting to feel better, and then it would get worse again. So definitely take care of yourselves. Do not go out if you don't have to, I guess. Of course, you know, it being winter and a lot of areas dealing with a lot of snow, you might stay indoors anyway. Probably a good idea. I don't know if what I had was another version of the flu that the flu shot doesn't cover, but, you know, take care of yourselves. So anyway, I do have a lot of stuff to talk about today. It's my first stream of this year, being on like 15 days into the year. Great. You know, actually, that just reminds me. I was writing down a list of things I need to do, and I have another thing to put on my list. I have to pay my credit card. Anyway, so today we are going to continue working on that darn pink house. So I am going to go ahead and go to the house, and we will continue working on the house that is hiding something. Okay, go to the house. So yeah, oh wait, I've been washing my hands more and making sure to wipe myself down with disinfectant after touching public surfaces. Yeah, probably a good idea to, you know, make sure you are taking care of things like, you know, if you can carry around some, you know, something to make sure you're healthy. You know, yes, the pink house. Now, I was thinking about this the other day because the guy specifically said closet, and I may need to actually make a closet rather than having these storage solutions. So I may not have to redo some things. So let me see. Who was the pink house guy that we were looking at? Buyers. I think this is the pink house guy, Giorgio Shauna. He likes saunas. We did give him a sauna. There's only one bathtub, but we have a sauna. There's no way this house is gonna fit the family Johnson. There are 6 people. It's only a 1-bedroom house. Let's be real here. Okay? So let's work on this a little more. I have a feeling we need to actually make an actual space for an actual closet with a door. So that means rearranging this room a little bit. So I'm going to exit out of here. I'm going to go store and I'm going to exit out. So what I may have to do is move the bed over, move the heating apparatus over, and turn this area, like put in a door and make this an actual like closet. So that might help us to get Giorgio back on the list. Okay, so let's see, stuff to talk about. I know Panda mentioned yesterday in his stream that he quit his job. I am 100% in support of that. I am not worried. I know he has skills. I know he will get hired. That is not going to be a problem. Again, I am not worried. You know, one of the things that's important to me is that, you know, nobody should have to work at a job where they don't feel appreciated and where they don't feel like their work is being treated as valuable, especially when they are doing valuable work. So I am, you know, Panda knows this. I am 100% in support of him, no matter what. So, you know, I'm not worried. You know, it's a little scary, but you know, we'll make it. We have people in our lives who support us. We'll be okay. I'm gonna just move this first. Here, because I may still need to use those. Okay. Okay. Alright, so... No, we're not disposing of those. We'll at least get money for... Okay, fine. Okay, so let's move this baby over. And let's move this painting over. Okay, so we need to put in a wall. I may need to sell this painting as well. Or at least move it over here. Let's move it over for now. We're gonna have to put in a wall. Pink house. It's the house of pink, pink house. It's so pinky pink. So yeah, I definitely am not worried. I trust Panda. I have faith in his skills and abilities. And I know he's gonna do okay. You know, part of the reason why he is not on stream today is this has been kind of overwhelming for him. Which, you know, rightly so. Rightly so. And I don't want him to feel like, you know, obligated to be at one of my streams when he needs to rest. So I'm going to let him chill out. I'm going to let him enjoy his life and rest. And I, in the meantime, am going to be enjoying turning this crazy place into a home. Into a very pink home. So let's move this over a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so we need to make a door for this closet. So let's look at closet door options. I think there's some sliding doors. Yes, there are sliding door options. So I'm thinking a sliding door closet would be good. Yes, Panda's doing good. He mentioned yesterday that he is, quit his job. And I'm just verifying how much I support him in that. Because everybody should work at a job where they feel at least appreciated. You know, not every job is going to be, you know, perfect. Not every job is going to be a job where, you know, it's 100% the best job ever. But we should work at jobs where we at least feel like our contributions are valued. I need to move over that door. Okay. Wait, hang on. Let me go back to that and make sure that stays there. Okay. Oh, I should have. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I need one more over here. Okay. So yeah. So Panda's getting some rest tonight. You know, it's an intense thing. It's an intense thing to quit a job. You know, I've quit jobs before. I quit a job to move in with Panda, frankly. You know, I think that it's really important to look at your life, and if it is time to go, it is time to go. You don't have to stay at a job you don't like. Nobody should. But at the same time, you have to be realistic. You know, we do need to work. we do need to, you know, have a source of income so we can pay our bills. But yeah. Digi says, hey, I get it. I got fed up with Burger King and told my boss it's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. I'm out of here. Worst job I ever had. Danced for joy when I left. I can tell some stories because I've had a fair few jobs. First, let me find walls. We need more pink paint. Gag rabbit. I think we did pale pink. Just gonna do small. Actually, no. Let's do the other pink. Let's do the other pink for... Oh, okay. I know what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Okay. I think the magenta pink is going to be... It was raspberry. It was raspberry. You know, actually, maybe I should get medium. No. That's not raspberry. Only one dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star. Maybe it was that amaranth one. Space. Oh no, it disappeared. Or maybe it was the raspberry. Space. No, that's too bright. Okay, let's try again. I think it was raspberry. Yeah, it was raspberry. It just looks lighter in the... Okay. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Oh, raspberry. Perfect. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. And, oh, let's line this up a little better. It'll be raspberry in here. So yeah, should I tell stories tonight about the times that I have quit jobs? I have a few interesting stories for sure. So let's see, what can I talk about? So let's see, most of the time when I've quit jobs, it's because I've had to move somewhere. And, you know, I mean, I think it's pretty reasonable. If you have to move, you move. You know, that's not an option. Alternating between this and ABC's 11191. Oh, okay. No problem, Digi, no problem. Usually when I watch streamers, I also usually am doing more than one thing at a time. So, here, I'll talk a bit about the worst job that I quit. So I've worked as a nanny for a time, and the family that I've worked for some really great families. One of them was amazing. I loved them so much. I still think about the kids all the time, and I miss them tremendously. All right, let's try again. Okay. All right, so I need to build another. There we go. Or no, I wanted it on the other side. Darn it. That is not what I meant to do. So, I started working as a nanny because I graduated with my counseling degree around 2007, and you have to do internships when you are a counselor. And usually in the state of California, that takes about 2 to 3 years. And it's very difficult to find a paid internship in California. They make it really competitive because there are a lot of counseling schools in California. So I ended up having to quit my internship and find work that I could actually get paid for. Sucks because I really enjoyed counseling, but it was just not a situation where I could feasibly do it. So let me think about this for a second while I'm talking. That's fine. So what ended up happening was I started working for this one family. And the mom was actually kind of crazy. Apparently, here, I'm gonna pick it up instead. Oh, wait, hang on. Open the door first. I'm gonna pick it up instead. I'm gonna put it out here. I may want an accent wall. Okay. So, we have an actual closet. Okay. So, this mom was very micromanaging. And the reality was she didn't really want a nanny. She wanted a second household servant. She expected me to do so much like household cleaning that I wouldn't have time to spend with her kids. That's kind of how crazy it was. She was pretty awful. And I ended up quitting after 6 weeks. Her kids were not horrible. It was her. In fact, no kids that I worked with have ever been absolutely horrible when I was a nanny. I liked all the kids I worked with. Let me see. This is not working here. All right. Decorations. Mirrors. There we go. So, you know, it was very, very uncomfortable working for someone who pretty much treated me like I had no value as a human being. I very happily quit. I felt bad for her kids. And, you know, but I had to do what I had to do. You know, and I was not going to be happy at all living in this situation where I was taking care of this woman's kids and, you know, she was behaving like a complete, like, this woman was like such a diva and she thought everything was about her. To help you understand this woman, during the time when I was working for her, a friend of hers, hang on a second. Allow, yeah. So this was a woman who, during the time I was working for her, she had a friend who was going through a very painful divorce. The woman going through the divorce, really loved her husband, and it was really upsetting to her to have to get divorced. She, you know, it just, she was heartbroken. When the divorce went through, the whole group of friends, and see, the reason why I worked for this woman was because I knew people who were friends with her. So the whole group of friends went to the woman's house to do a party. This woman, she hired a male stripper for the divorce party. This was not a wanted divorce. This was an unwanted divorce. The woman was heartbroken, and she invited a male stripper because she wanted a male stripper, not because the woman who was divorced wanted a male stripper, because she wanted it. Just really, like, very inappropriate, you know, just not cool. Not cool at all. So that's the kind of woman she was. Very self-centered. Very self-centered. Very much about her own ego. You know, just a lot of really icky stuff. Should I? I guess I should put in a switch. But yeah, there was something really wrong with this woman. And it was sad because her kids, again, her kids were great. It was her. Here, let's just do this. I think there it is. So wait, let me make sure this matches the other light switches. Yeah, that's a white light switch. Okay. Let's put the white light switch over here. Okay. I think we've got a proper closet here. But yeah, she was just nuts. Like, she was obsessed with money too. Like, at one point, one of her daughters, who used to like to perform, she was asked by one of her teachers if she would sing at their wedding. Really sweet, right? Her mom was like, okay, put together a reel of you performing and then send it to them, and put together a contract discussing your payment. There are times when things need to be paid for and times when you do things voluntarily. So, you know, singing at your teacher's wedding, I would do that for free. Like, that does not have to be a professional situation. But, like, it's just weird. She was obsessed with money, too. I get the feeling I'll be listening to this on Lost Genre, Mark Narrations, or some other Reddit YouTube vid. Yeah. No, it was awful. I felt so bad for her kids. But I couldn't let somebody treat me the way she was treating me. Like, she already had somebody hired to come in as a couple times a week to clean the house. And then she had a cleaning service that would come in and clean the house, a separate cleaning service. And then she expected me to clean as well. And I gotta tell you this, her kids were nowhere near as messy as she was. Like, she was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to say anything bad about anybody and, like, say who they are. But a few years later, she found my LinkedIn and tried to add me on LinkedIn. And I was like, no, I'm not adding you. And then her daughter tried to add me too. And I was like, if I add her daughter, she's going to ask me why I didn't add her. Okay. Also post on my Blue Sky if anyone's interested. A Build a Shake diner I had at the local candy popcorn place. Pop-a-doodle-doo. Cool. So yeah, I highly recommend. Yeah. Oh, well, she knew my name. She knew my name to look me up. And I think I might have been connected to one of her friends. One of her friends was a teacher at the same school my mom was teaching at. So that's kind of how I knew her. But yeah, it was weird. The nice thing, though, is after I met that person, and after I left that job to be a nanny for another family who I loved with all my heart. Like, their mom had been diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer right after she gave birth to her second kid. And the kids were wonderful. I mean, the mom was like an older sister to me, and I was really honored to be able to help them out so that things were easier for them while she was going through cancer treatment. She did unfortunately pass away, but again, I was so happy to be able to offer them some support and some relief so that they could have family time together, with the time that they had. So, I was very, very happy to work with them. I'm trying to think of other jobs I quit. So that job I didn't quit. That job, they ran out of money and could not afford to keep me on, which was fine. And their kids got old enough that they could go to regular school. So, I mean, fair's fair. And, I never regretted anything about working for them at all, ever. I'm looking for hooks, by the way. Or maybe I should be looking for hanging shelves. I'm not sure yet. Hobby back. What if here, maybe I'll go to furniture. Bedroom. Ooh, I could put a little poof in the room. In the closet, rather. Oh, that one's nice, but it's kind of big. Pastel rose with cherry wood. Here. Yeah, a nice little place to sit. When, there he goes, he's back! Look, he's the second person! He's the pink-haired guy is the second person again now! Yes! We did it! Yes! We got him back! We got him back! Yes! Okay. Sorry, I'm really excited. I want to sell this place to him. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, for him, nope. There we go. For him. So, we could probably take this part out, actually. I think I went overboard. And we can actually move this bed to this wall. Okay, let me, there we go. That's better, because then it's easier to walk to the closet. Let me change these lights as well. Okay, and let's do a different lamp. So yeah, so believe me, when it comes to some of the stuff that Panda's been through, I feel a lot of compassion. And I think, he's right to leave a job that does not work for him. And that does not appreciate him. Nobody should stay at a job where they're not appreciated. But again, you still have to think about your finances too, because you need to afford to live. Sometimes, and I hate to say this, but sometimes it's worth it to stay at a job just long enough so you can get another job. Or even do temp work. Temp work is fine too. Sometimes you have to do that. You know, it's not always a choice. It's a matter of, you know, you have to get by. It's kind of unrealistic to expect other people to pay for you to live just because, you know, you don't feel like working. I'm gonna do this one, I think. Is there something pink? I'll just do cream, and then there, that's pink. All right, I want to make sure this is somewhat centered in the room. Okay. I think that's okay. Is it? Here, let's see. I can still move it over. There. Now let's turn it on. Good. Okay. This guy actually doesn't care a great deal about the bed. Let's put up another piece of art. I feel like this is an artistic character. So let's put up decorations, pictures, paintings. I wonder if we can find something with pink that'll work. There is this one, the painting with the shell. Yeah, so right now I'm still working on job hunting. Panda's working on job hunting. Wait a moment. Okay, large. That's large. Some of these pictures are so large when you pick large, and some of these are like teensy tiny. But it looks so color coordinated. Here, let's put that there for now. Move this over the bed. Let's move this, put it up here. Let's see, how are we doing with walking around? You know what, forget it. I'm not gonna move that. Maybe I'll do a collection of pictures over here. Something that goes well with that one. How about a small one of that one? There we go. Okay. Let's go into here. Let's close the door. So, all right. So we finished the bathroom. Gorgeous. I am proud of this bathroom. I am super proud of this bathroom. I would like this bathroom. All right. And then let's double check downstairs. Okay, so we have this entertainment room, some bookshelves, and we've got a sauna. Got this guy's awesome sauna. We do not have space for multiple showers, but you know what? Accent wall. Downstairs needs an accent wall. In fact, I think it is this wall that needs to be accented. So let's work with this over here. So, you know, I'm still job hunting. I signed up for a temp agency. Hopefully they can find something for me while I'm trying to get something more permanent. But I'm really happy that I at least can be in touch with a temp agency. I've spoken with them over the past, I don't know, few days. So I'm not expecting anything right away. But it's nice to know that there are some options. Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna do something funky here. I just feel like this room needs a little more character. So it's not quite so one note. Panda's gonna have fun with me when we are in our own place. Because I'm gonna be like, let's make things look this way. And let's make things look that way. So, yeah, that'll be fun for him. Oh, poor Panda. Poor Panda. I will probably redecorate the house myself, because I just like doing that kind of thing. As is obvious by how much I enjoy this game. Okay. Here, let's get this as well. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we've got the living room to take care of. Hate these. These are ugly as heck. Now, if I recall, this guy could not possibly care less if there is a kitchen. Okay. So, let's double check. Buyers. Let's check it. I don't understand what I need this kitchen for. So this guy does not want a kitchen. I'm only going to do one bathtub. So we're going to fix up his living room. He's also going to have a TV upstairs, and he's going to have a sound system because that's important for him. He wants things clean. All right, so let's do some, okay. We're going to have to make a really awesome living room. So this is where we're putting the TV because that's like the only place we can put the TV. So yeah, TV is here. 13 months? Oh my gosh. Hi, Mystic. How are you? Okay. So, store. This guy is TV man. He wants TV. He wants TV. And he wants sound. You know, I think we might want to instead here. Because look at this space. That's kind of a limited space. And I think it might be better to do a standing TV. Like maybe right here. Okay. So let's find furniture. Living room. Shelves. I think it's in shelves. We need a low TV stand. Let's check out the options. Okay, so let's see. TV cabinet. That's one. It's kind of ugly. TV corner cabinet. Yes. So we're going to do light, dark, or orange. I don't want orange. White. So we can do a corner. Will it fit? It's going to overlap. No, that won't work. Unless we put it over here. Yeah. Okay, there. Ugh, I don't know. It's not very fashionable. Let me look a little longer first. Let me see what other options there are. There is this TV stand, which we can do this. I think he'd prefer gray. Now this thing is pretty big. We can do it at an angle. I think that might be good. And then a standing TV. Electronic equipment. TV. Medium. Holy moly, that's huge. That's too huge. I'm sorry, dude. Like, that's a big enough TV. Like, look at it. That is big enough. Seriously. Okay. So let's see. If we do so, we should have window treatments so that he doesn't get glare. About the size of the one your mom and you have in the living room. Panda and I have I think it's a 32-inch TV. But yeah, Mystic, what is the game that I saw that you posted it in Discord. What is the game that you finished this year? Or has a permanent blue tint from age. Yeah, I get that. Decoration. Ceilings, clock, fireplace, floor. Hanging decorations. No. I think that might be windows. We have some curtains. Curtains and blinds. Gotta find something nice. I like the Roman blinds. Ah, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Awesome. Okay, we know that we can get curtains. We can get them in pink. We have options. Ooh, wait a moment. Yes. Yes. I think we have to press E to assemble. Nice. That's actually quite nice. So do some curtains over here too. Same ones. Okay. Assemble. Near. 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 Because he'll need to be able to have curtains that close so he can watch his TV. Okay. Those curtains don't go very well. Here, let me get rid of this baby. Those curtains don't go very well with that paint. Subtle flowers, no. Magenta's too much. Light lily. I'll look at other ones too. I think it's all gonna be the same though. Your cats managed to shut themselves in your mom's room again? Oh no. Oh no. That is unfortunate. That would be too much like the walls. Alright, let's go to other things. Let's look at the sofa. Let's look at a sofa. Living room. Sofas. Okay, this guy needs a sofa. He is a modern dude. We're not gonna do too much pink for the furniture because the walls are pink and I don't want to go too overboard. But I think this would look nice in this space. Here, let's do this. That's about parallel. And then we can get a nice rug. The rug can be pink. Oh no, it was just the one. Finny slammed the door in his sister's face trying to fight the evil doppelganger cat that hides behind her bedroom door. Ah, I'm assuming in a mirror. I know cats are like that. Sounds right to me. Okay, let's look at accessories again. No, decorations. That would be rugs. Clocks, fireplaces, floor. We're not doing winter rugs. And also, I apologize if my my eyes on my model are not very expressive. I am actually wearing my computer glasses just to make sure my eyes don't get too tired while I'm streaming. No. Because they were kind of uncomfortable when I was I think we have one of these downstairs. I want to do something different. Maybe not. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not, that my eyes don't get tired while streaming. Alright. So Mystic says, we literally have a video of him fighting the mirror cat from months ago. Mom and I were just chilling in her room, talking on her bed like we do sometimes. And we heard Finny shut the door and could barely stop laughing at him fighting the mirror. That's funny. That is so funny. I love that. Oh, so let's see, is that, oh gosh, that is small. I do not want something that small. So let's see, I have other news. She took the video and posted on Facebook with the song So You Want to Be a Boxer by Bugsy Malone. Nice. Nice. Maybe magenta rug. Magenta. That doesn't go well with the curtains. I think the curtains actually go well with that wood. Oh, so, Panda and I had to get my engagement ring size down because I have really skinny fingers. And, we got the ring back. So, I'm wearing my ring again. I'm so excited. I went for like about 2 weeks without it and I felt like it felt so uncomfortable. I really, really, really love my ring. And we're trying to choose our wedding rings right now. We have some options. It's a good thing we're doing this ahead of time. So we're gonna see what happens, but you know, I'm really happy that I have my ring back because I really like it a lot. Oh, I had a dream last night where a bunch of high school friends surprised me by saying they were taking me on a road trip to the wedding. Oh my gosh, that's awesome! And then Mystic says, I'm trying to decide if I want to play Aqua after Ventus or save her route for all the way after Kingdom Hearts 3D because of Fragmentary Passage. I have played all of the very beginning of the first Kingdom Hearts game. Ooh, that helps me to know the positioning. So I will. No, we are not setting it on fire. There we go. Good. I will move this over a little bit too. And let's get a nice table in here. Furniture, a living room, tables. Context. Aspen. Okay, Aqua kind of disappears from Kingdom Hearts until just before Kingdom Hearts 3, so Fragmentary Passage is basically the big meanwhile. Aha. You also dreamt that President You-Know-Who said I had nasty fingernails. Oh no, wait, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. And there is an ad coming just to warn y'all. We're like Kingdom Farts, haha. Like and follow for more. Let's do black. Handle is fine, I think. Okay. Why is there not enough room? It's because I was standing there. That's why. How about if we do this? Okay. We need to set up a sound system for this guy. Okay, so. Whack! Bad! Whack! Bad wet! Whack! No cookie! Yeah, nobody wants the spray bottle. Nobody wants the spray bottle. Okay, let's look at the electronics. This is an electronics guy. We need everything. Entertainment. Oh, okay. We need speakers. We need cherry speakers. White, black, dark brown, black. Okay. Wow, it was facing all the way opposite. Okay, so we've got some speakers. He needs a sound system. Where do I put the sound system? Maybe right next to here. We need some kind of... like... We've got amps. Oh, we need a TV remote. We also need... Your anger only makes me stronger. Probably because you got them done real nice and he wouldn't notice if it walked up and shook his overtired hands. All I can say is that I am confused by pink hair right now. On a certain person. DVD player. Let's... I mean, I know it's old school, but, you know, we can put it in here. Can I... Oh, come on. Fine, we'll put it there. Alright, but we need... Okay. Loudspeakers, standard horizontal. Let's do one for the TV as well. He wants a sound system. He's getting a sound system. I just don't understand why that family is at the top. There is no way they can fit in this house. An amp? Would he want an amp? Other? No. He has a radio. It's so boomer. Let's... we can give him a pink one. Okay, let's... Before I do that, let's find a table. Furniture. Living room. Let's find something to put it on. Shelves. Hang on. No. I feel like we need something more low-hanging. Not something high, something low. No, we already have... No. No. Cabinet. Simple. White. But that doesn't go with all the cherry wood. Hang on. I like the shape of that cabinet, but it's white. I can't here. All right, here's the thing. I can turn this around and have the have a longer thing. Maybe I should do that. Okay, here. I'm gonna move this over here for now. Okay. Also here. All right, I can turn all of this around. No, 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 not the hammer. A tiny thing you move looks like an IMAX screen for ants. It did, didn't it? All right, so what we can do here, actually, well, actually, let's get the, shelves. It's all the way at the bottom. Modern TV cabinet, Andy. Cherry. Nice. Cherry. Okay, this thing is huge. So we can put this over here. Okay, let's move this guy so we can properly install it. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of those curtains. We don't need them now that, there. Okay. So here we go. Here is our TV stand. Let's put our TV over here. We can put a speaker here. And a speaker here. Because that's all this guy wants. He wants to hear his music. He wants his dang sound. I'm going to sell that one. I don't need it now. DVD player. It cracks me up that this game is old enough to have DVD players. I have... Actually, no. My old DVD player was... Well, it was a Blu-ray player, but it wasn't playing the Blu-rays properly. So, Panda and I have decided to recycle it. Okay. Center. Somewhat. I think I need to adjust that a little bit more. There we go. Okay. We need a boombox. No, not the hammer smash smash smash. I feel better. Oh, right. Construction. Exactly. All right, so let's see. We have space for a sound system. Back. Electronic equipment. We will do... Let's do black. This guy is fashionable. He's going a black one. It's so small, though. I feel like he needs, like, everything. And look, that weird family is still at the top. It makes no sense. This house is not right for them. Here, look. Look, let's look at them for a second. They like wooden furniture. They dislike... Alright, 2 or more bathrooms we don't have. We don't need more bedrooms. We don't cook. Yeah, why are they liking this house? I don't understand. Maybe I should change the furniture so it's not wood. Sheesh. Expensive furniture? I don't know what to do to get rid of them. I'm wondering if I should look up what is it? The Johnson family? Family Johnson. Okay. House flipper. Okay. All right. Moderate cleanliness status. I prefer bright colors. 4 bedrooms, 1 closet, children's room. Oh, because they like the sauna as well. Okay. Mm. 2 bathrooms. Okay. Let's see. Yep, there's no big family room. We need a big, comfortable bed, but there isn't any. What a shame there isn't any toys for our kids. There's no typical children's rooms. 2 bedrooms are not enough for our 6. 3 children have to sleep in 1 bedroom. Like, I don't get why they're at the top. It makes no sense. Why would they want this house? I don't get it. Okay. Get rid of how to get rid of Family Johnson in House Flipper. I'm going to tell you how funny this is because I accidentally pressed caps lock, so it looks like I'm yelling at Google, how do I get rid of them? Not interested. No, let's see. All right. I need one more. Okay. Okay, somebody says, all right. I renovated a connoisseur house for Giorgio. That's who I'm trying to get to. It's Giorgio. Put in a full kitchen. Build closets. Lots of closets. Build a wardrobe next to a wall and build walls around it to make it look like an inbuilt closet. Every time I did that, Giorgio jumped straight to the top of the list. I may need to do another closet. Okay. What's wrong with the cult? They can bring the TLC cameras. No. No. No, they are leaving. I'm going to build another closet. Look, there's space for closets here. Okay, let's see. Closet. We have wardrobes. Okay. Furniture. Bedroom. Wardrobes. Okay. Can we do this? So how... I think last time... Here, let me check out what we had over here. So we did... Okay, the nice... It's wood with, I think, pink accents. Okay. It's the matching wood of the pink accents. All right. So let's see. It was like... no, that's too dark. Mahogany. Cedar. I think it was cedar. No, it was cherry. Pink. Pink. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay. All right. We need walls. Walls! And then we need door. We need a door. Okay. Let's find a door. Doors. Yes. We're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna get rid of that damn family. Haha. Nice. Okay, so U.S. judge threw out Paramount's lawsuit against WB to stop the Netflix deal. So it's off to the same thing for the... Ah, interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so that's a closet. Let's paint. Okay. Open. No. Paint. Paint. Okay, and we also need to put up... hang on. No, it needs to be the short ones. Paint! And we'll put... Oh, well... Why did he bounce to the top? Why did he bounce to the top? What the heck? Understand it. I think that's the wrong color. It is. It was a darker color. Let me fix that. No, don't go down. We're gonna help you. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. Burn Beach. No. Mahogany. Sapel. Pink. Pink. What do we have? Wait. That's Sapel. Sapel. Okay, let me stand back a little bit. Oh no, do I have to get rid of it? Hang on. Ugh. finish this wall. Okay. Gonna get it in. Ha! Alright. So I don't know why that other guy is there now. What the freak? Okay. We need more closets. More closet space. More closets. Closet. Okay. Closets. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, closets. 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 So many closets. So we did Sapel, Pastel Rose, Sapel. I know what, the guy's there now. I smell a house flipping me what? I mean, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Oh my lord. Okay. I am gonna move this forward. I'm gonna get rid of this rug. Okay. Closet. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Whatever. We'll have closet. Walls. Okay. Oh my god. You guys, this is insane. What am I doing? I'm like... I want to cry. Okay, okay, we need lights in the closet. Let's do some lights in the closet. Ceiling lamps. Thank you. Oh my god, this is I should rename this episode Closets. Closets. Okay. And I am going to put a door to the closet. I feel like crying. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. I'm okay. Brown. Red. All right. No, the other one. Thank you. on! No! Giorgio, come on! We're making this for you! It's all for you, dude! I hate this guy. Okay. Let's get the paint from upstairs. Oh, look! No, he's finally above the other guy. Perfect, perfect. Good, good, good. But now how do we get rid of the other guy? Okay. Accent walls. I may... Alright, I have a system set up here. I should also move this lamp, slant at an angle. Wait, no! Don't go there. Why does it... Okay, fine. Cell. Ceiling. Lights. Ceiling lamps. Chandelier. Pink chandelier. With a black base. What? There. Yes! Yes! Yeah! No! Oh no! That is so unfair. What? I don't know. No. We need to change that door. It's ugly. Oh no, now we're stuck inside forever. We'll never leave. Doors. We need a nicer door. Don't tell me. Okay, here. Let's try this. Let's try. That's so unfair. Let's try. Let's try a dark colored front. A dark, yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. We actually have to fix the floor too. small. It's just to fix things. I don't know. It's the wrong color. Whatever. Okay. I mean, there's only so much you can do. Right? Right. Okay. So let's fix the floor panels. There we go. Now they match. I think... Okay. Oh, those floor panels don't match back there. Hang on a second. There we go. Perfect. Alright. We need more closets. Wait, how do we get rid of that guy? What's his name? Buyers. He doesn't like gadgets. He wants a sauna, single bed, TV in bedroom, expensive equipment. Oh my gosh. Okay. We need gadgets. A single bed. Maybe we should change to a single bed. Now I'm worried Aspen is making the house from Skinamarink. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. Where else can I put a closet? There's all kinds of newfangled tech. What's he talking about? Okay, we need a chair in here. Like, we need a seating apparatus. Furniture. Living room. Armchairs. We need a seated apparatus. We need apparati. Pastel rose. And a little rug. A little pink rug. We're gonna have to do a lot of tech in this house in order to get rid of that guy. Accessories. Alright, I'm gonna try to be a little more quiet because there are people who are gonna be sleeping in this house very soon. Decorations. Floor. Damask. Light pink. No. Magenta. No, these are not. These are too dark. But damask is so nice. Lily. No, pink. No. That's not a nice pink. It's so bright. No. Light colored. Pink. Pink. No. I want a pink space. Why is that so big? I don't want big. Well, here, I'll just do big. There. How do I... where else do I need to make a closet? Alright, I think the trick now is tech. So here, let's put a nifty tech. Let's go for electronics. Let's get a laptop. Okay, entertainment. So we've got some laptops here. We've got a Fez laptop. We'll make it pink and pink. He has a laptop. Yay. He'll keep all his tech here. Because what really matters to him is not his tech, but it matters somewhat. I wonder if there's something we can put on the wall for a speaker. TVs and speakers. Oh, yes, we can put up some... I think if we put some shelving up, we can put speakers on the shelves. And we do have options for hanging shelves. So, let's do this. Shelves. Shelves. Shh. Shelves. It's gonna happen, guys. I know it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, everybody. Cherry. Do we have cherry? Why not cherry? There it is, cherry. We'll put up some speakers. I'm gonna make this house... This house is gonna start looking really ugly. Cherry. Black. Okay. No, it goes up near. Stop. There. You've got a sound system there. Oh, let's center this better. Oh, shoot. No. 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 Okay. There. Better? Yes, that looks more centered. Okay. Let's put a desk over here and put some tech on it. Okay. Furniture. Office. Desks. We don't need a big desk. We just need one that's big enough. Here. Cherry. Space. Okay. Alright, let's get some tech on here. Electronic. Entertainment. Gaming. Wait, let's go back. Other. Okay, how do I do this? TVs and speakers, no gaming. Okay. Panoramic monitor. Pink. Of course it's gonna be pink. We know who we're buying for. Computer. Gaming tower. I don't think he's a gaming tower kind of guy. Is it wrong that I have an arrow? Yes. 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 Okay. I'll put it underneath. We need mouse pad and a mouse. Mouse, black mouse. We need a keyboard. Perfect. It's a keyboard. That's all that matters. So I was watching Insim today. I happen to really like Insim. He plays a lot of horror games. Actually, before I was ever really getting all that much into, ooh, maybe this guy's an influencer. Maybe. Well, hang on a second. How are we doing here? Still that guy. Dang it. Backlit mousepad. Pink! Of course it's pink. He needs a chair. A gaming chair. A pink gaming chair. Here, alright. So remind me. This guy... Alright, the Johnson family... Hey, how to get rid of this guy now? It's kids' gadgets. How to get rid of Jimmy Trader. You're a traitor, Jimmy. A traitor. Okay. Oh, he likes the home cinema. I don't want him. Okay, so he wants 2 TVs in all rooms. Oh. Maybe I should get rid of the TV downstairs. Oh, and he likes electronics. Okay. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Home theaters rule. I know, but you know what? Maybe we don't need everything. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's get rid of everything. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna make another closet. You know what? Here, gonna do this. I'm gonna bring this upstairs. It's perfectly reasonable. There. I'll put it there for now. And you know what? We don't need all this crap. Because he likes the electronics. Okay. Let's... There. Now we have to get rid of... Closets. It's all about closets. He wants closets, we'll give him closets. 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 Back. Furniture. Bedroom. Closets. We were doing Sapel. Bristlenut. Burn Beach. I think we were doing Sapel. Near. That's glass. Okay. Is that right? Yeah. Or maybe we can put in a bathtub. This guy likes his bathtubs. Wait a moment. Let me think about this for a moment. Maybe we should put in a bathtub. Maybe, because he said he wants 2 bathtubs. Bathroom. Because it makes sense that he would want a bathtub. Okay, so we went with a black wood. Black interior. I think black matte interior. Black gloss. Just regular black. Black metal. Okay. So if we put it in here somewhere. Put it in here somewhere. Make a little... Okay. Oh, right. You know what? We're going to get this. This is going to work. Here. I'm going to move the light switch over here. We're going to do a full wall. We'll make this the bathroom, and the sun is attached to the bathroom. Right? Okay, so we need wall. Okay. Okay, so we need a door. Let's get a door for the bathroom. Okay. We're gonna do this, you guys. I know this. We're gonna get it. Internal door. Okay, so we need 2 more. One there. Nope, come on. One there. One there. And then we need door. Okay, we're gonna have to put lights in here, but that's fine. We'll put some more lights. We'll put a ceiling light. Lights. Ceiling lamps. We'll do something... Do some halogens. We're gonna have to paint the walls pink. I bought some more of that paint, so let's get it from upstairs. We're gonna make this work, guys. It's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna make it work. Okay, so paint roller. Want to make sure everything's proper. There's a little overlap. Nice. Okay. Open the door. So we've got a bathroom going on here. And I'm gonna actually repaint. Just so I can work on this here. I might copy what's upstairs. Okay. So upstairs, in the upstairs bathroom, we have the wooden floors. Okay, this is what we're looking at. That is gloss, I think. And that is pink. Then we have these walls. Okay, let's do these walls downstairs. Oh, because we did it. Okay. I'm gonna put this light switch back here. Alright, time to do the walls. I did not expect to be doing all this, but hey, you know what? Walls. Wall tiles. I think it was that one, the gray stone cladding. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. Okay. We're gonna get this. So there are other things I was gonna tell you guys. Yeah, so we're working on choosing Panda and I are working on choosing our rings. We have some ideas. There is some sentimental value that is being added by Human Mother, because she's contributing her own wedding ring to the project, which is so sweet of her. But, you know, she doesn't wear her wedding ring anymore. Here. Nope, just that. Did it go over to the other side? Yes, it did. Ugh. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I should get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so we're going to make this into a bathroom. So we need installations for assembly. I think we needed the shower plumbing system. No. We need the sink, shower, bathtub plumbing system. I think this is how it works. Here, we'll do it here. I think. Dear God, please work correctly. I had so many issues with this last time. Alright, let's see if this will work. Bathtub. Bathtub. Save me. Save me. Save me. Bathroom fixtures. Baths and showers. Blackwood. Black. Pastel rose, glass white. Okay. Okay, if I want it here... yeah, same issue. Okay. I have to put it over there. Okay. Oof. Floor and ceiling, walls, ladders, installations for assembly. Okay. All right, we're gonna get this. Oh my gosh. Unscrew, unscrew, unscrew. Buy a bathtub and mount it there. Okay. Bathtubs. Please. Just cooperate. You know you want to cooperate. Okay? You want to cooperate. Okay, hang on. Yay. Assemble. Assemble. Avengers assemble. Yes. Bathroom. Alright. We need a toilet. For assembly. Toilet. Space. We want it to fit in here. Good. Alright, we can put a sink here, maybe a sink there, and then we'll be good. No more tiles. We need a toilet. Where's the toilet? So we did black toilet. I think everything was black upstairs. Well, here, wait. Let me double check upstairs. I just feel like it needs to match, you know, just because I'm me. It's a black toilet. Black, 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 black. Everything's black. No. Yes. Space. No, it wasn't a black toilet though. It was the wood. It was a wood. Chocolate mahogany. Let's do... No, not cherry. Chocolate mahogany. Nice. Okay. Sink. Okay. I'll have a sink. Unscrew, unscrew, sink. Bathroom fixtures. Sinks. So we did chocolate mahogany, black, 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 black. Nice. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, okay, we will clean up the mess. Okay, we need a mirror. I think this is a good thing. It looks like his arrow went up. Yes, we're making the Hot Topic house. Absolutely. Accessories. Bathroom. No, it's not accessories, it's decorations. Mirrors. Mirrors. That is the mirror we used upstairs. Okay. Anything else we can put in here? I think this feels good. No! Why is the family back? What the flying fart? I just want to assemble the pink guy. No. Okay. Alright. Okay, maybe we should put some pink art on the wall. I don't know. Pink. Pink. Where's the pink? Why is the family back? We heard he made a goth bath and we said we're in. Oh, why are they back? Paintings. No, we're not doing that. I don't like that painting though. No, that's basketball. That's too small. Water lily. That's actually quite pretty. I like that one. Okay, I think we're gonna be back to making more closets. Oh, how many more closets do we need? Where am I gonna put them all? What if I make a smaller bed? Oh, I don't want to sell the bed though, it's so nice. Oh. Let me think for a second. Okay. Closet over here maybe? Alright, let's see what we can do. Closets. A very, very narrow closet. Very, very narrow closet. The shake. Oh, birthday cake flavor with chocolate frosting rim, Oreo cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and chocolate peanut butter rice crystal treat. Oh my god. Digi, you can't tell me this when I'm trying to get in shape. So yeah, one of the things I am working on, Panda and I are kind of both working on, I'm working a little harder on it right now, to be honest, is to get in shape for the wedding. Glass. Will it fit here? Oh. No, I can't build around it though. How am I supposed to... How many closets does one guy need? I have so many closets. Okay, sell the bed. Does that do anything? He's at the top. He's at the top. Let me do a small bed. Can I do a small bed? Furniture. Bedroom. Beds. Now, if I do a narrower bed, he might be okay with that. Single bed. Sapel. Red silk, anything, rose weave. No. No. Okay, let's find a better one. Single bed. Single beds. So we're looking at single beds. Alright, you know what? Let's do this guy. Dark oak. Dandelions? No. Rose weave. Brown. Keep the mattress white. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. Alright, just put it. We'll put it over here. Oh, it's so huge. He's happy. You guys. I think we did it. Look. All right, look. So living room. We got his tech. We got his sound system. All very good. We've got a closet here. A closet there. We got a nice bathroom. And then we go downstairs. We have a closet here. And we have another nice bathroom. And a sauna. We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh my gosh. Close the door. All we had to do was make a small bed instead of a big bed. His life is about his clothes. Should we put a dresser in? Right, let's just dressing table. I feel like he would like a dressing table. Pink. And then we'll get him a chair. Oh my gosh. I'm flabbergasted. Okay, let's just get him a little chair for the bedroom. Wardrobes. No dressing table sets. He needs another poof. Let's give him another poof. Pastel rose, yes. Oh my goodness, he's gonna be so happy. Look at this wonderful, wonderful world that we set up for him. Here, I'm gonna move this over one more. So it's centered over, oh, okay, wait, let's do this. Let's move some art around. Okay, we're gonna put this back over here, and then we'll put this back here, and this over here. Oh my, that's ugly. We'll move this over here. And maybe we can put something there as well. Oh my gosh. Do we have space for another dresser of a sort? You know what? Let's not worry about it. You know what? We're gonna sell this. It's almost time to end anyway. So let's sell this house. Oh my gosh. We have completed the house. And we got our buyer that we were making it for. Oh my gosh. Okay, so. Buyers. All right. Camera, gallery. Okay. So. Sell the house. Okay. Not the Smurfs. No, no, no. We're not selling to those people. The purple painting was very sensual, but it just felt a little off after I moved in the whole thingamahoosit. Look at that profit! $26,846.16. Yes, let's go! What a nice profit. So we bought the house for $103, spent $3,000 on renovation, $8,000 on furniture. I sold a bunch of furniture. House sale. Profit. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so one thing I would like to do at some point in this game is do a house for me and Panda at 16 cents to add to the, it's for the wedding fund. So I want to look at these houses for a second. We want a house that has multiple bedrooms. So Panda and I want like a 2 or 3 bedroom house. So probably want to look at some of these 2-story houses. just married's house. 5 bedrooms. We don't need that many bedrooms. Let's look at other houses. Family house. Three bathrooms and a pool. No, you don't need that many bathrooms. Uninhabited house. Looking for a buyer. Okay, it does look big enough. Like it's a 2-story. It has, it says 11 rooms total. But that's probably the garage, kitchen, living room. That might be too big. The Let It Snow house is actually really awesome. There's also a castle. Panda and I could have a castle. This house is actually really pretty. It looks like it's filled with snow, but it has some really nice spaces inside. Yeah, maybe Panda and I can do a stream where we choose a house, and we can make a house, a kind of house that we want. So, you know, this one might have multiple bedrooms, and we would unpinkify it. It has 3 rooms. No, too small. Garage with bunker. Nope. The one to move in. This is an apartment. Okay. That has 2. 1, 2. It looks like it has 2 bedrooms. It's supposed to be designed after the friend's house. That's why it looks like that. Huckster's house. This is an ideal house for a calm family. Some time ago, a happily married couple lived there with their children. They were a chemistry teacher and his wife, who was an accountant. A chemistry teacher. I think I know that one. Unsatisfying effect. Fixer-upper. Maybe this one. I'll have to take a look at this one. I'm just trying to figure out, because we want at least 2 or 3 bedrooms, because if we have 3 bedrooms, we can each have an office, which would be awesome. Maybe this one. Or family residence. How much is that? 12 rooms total. We could actually make up a room to rent out to friends as well. And it's near the ocean. Family house. 3 bathrooms and a pool. That's just too big. 3 floors. Your house is abandoned. No. A lone home. It's a huge house. It's supposed to be based on Home Alone, of course. Maybe we should try the Let It Snow house. I'll ask Panda. But no one told me it was gonna be this way. Yeah. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's DOA. I don't have loads of money to spend, unfortunately, so I may have to refurbish some houses before. This one has only 3 rooms. This one is one of the cyberpunk places. This one only has 3 rooms. Old house with a bunker. Maybe this one. Oh, yeah. It has 3 rooms, 1 bathroom, 1 doomsday bunker. I've worked on that one before. All right, Pink Kingdom, 6 rooms. Maybe we'll have to try the Pink Kingdom house. You know what? I'll buy this one. Let's just take a quick look at it. I'll probably gut the heck out of it because I'm not that into pink. But then I can make it, and then I can move into that and sell the other house. That is my home. So let's take a look real quick. All right. So upstairs, we've got... That's a closet. We can make that into an office. There's a bedroom. That's a bathroom. Oh God, that's ugly. And that's the garage. That's a 2-bedroom. I can make this into a panda and me livable space. I think I can. Maybe what I do is cut off this area and make another office. This could be a panda and me space. I can do it. I can do it. I can work with this. Yeah. All right. Perfect. All right. We'll work on this one. We'll probably get rid of just about everything. Can I sell the car? I can sell the car. I can sell the car. Oh, yes. I don't need the car. We don't want that car. We don't want that bicycle either. And we don't need all this stuff. This is ugly. Okay, I should stop before I keep going because it's time to end. So, main menu, exit game, save and exit. Okay, so we need to find somebody to raid. Let's find someone. Okay. Twitch. Help me raid. Okay. So, let's see who's nearer to the beginning. Cast Iron Cat. I haven't... Cast Iron Cat is doing Power Wash. Mew Mochi. Pink Muboba. Do you guys want Kingdom Hearts? Or we can go join... Oh, Yami's started only recently. Let's go say hi to Yami. Yami's pretty cool. Alright, let's do that. Okay. So, have a great night, everybody. I will hopefully be back soon. I will try to post something soon for like a stream schedule, and I will see you soon. Bye.